Atlas is in the peculiar situation of being really a service organization to hundreds of organizations around the world that each have their own strategies for how to best advance the ideas of liberty, how best to play defense against some of the illiberal threats that we see. And I think you're right that one of the great changes that we're seeing, thanks to technology, is that the gatekeepers are being removed from the equation. And there's a huge distrust in the US and then I think in Europe and other parts of the world of political elites. The tragic thing is that we have not successfully translated that suspicion of political elites to advance a real libertarian agenda. We just have new demagogues entering power, often with the same protectionist ideas that the previous generation of political elites were pursuing. So it's a big challenge to figure out how to mobilize the mass discontent that we see in a direction that is actually shrinking the power of government.
Mobilizing the mass is a real problem, and especially if you don't have the media on your side. But the point you made was about the internet. That must be a great beacon of hope for you.
Right. I mean, the costs of distributing and developing content that can convey our ideas has come down dramatically. And what's really exciting from where I sit is that we're seeing partners all across the world that believe in liberal ideas becoming much more creative and innovative in how they're packaging their ideas, so it's not necessarily so didactic as it has been in the past. We have really emotional stories to tell about how free enterprise lifts up the poor and the most sympathetic members of society that the left always has seemed to speak for, and we're now fighting back and saying that's not the case. It's our ideas that offer promise.